So let's get started. First of all, I chose some craft card as a base for my bookmark because I am using browns and pinks in my stamped image, so this goes with what I've decided to do. So first of all, I use some craft card and I cut it 5 by 4 inches. Turn it over to the back side and mark it at 2.5 on the long length at 5 inches. Mark it halfway at 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches down the short side, and 2.5 inches down this short side. You need to crease from that point to that point diagonally, and from that point to that point diagonally, and then you will end up with something that looks like this. Next, you need to fold both parts down to make a point and put it to one side. Next, you choose your base card. So I chose a base card that was brown, and it's, as you can see, it's like a crocodile effect, and it's quite sturdy, so it will make the bookmark sturdier, and it goes with my colour palette. So next, I got a piece of that and I cut that into a square 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and then you cut diagonally to make 2 triangles, and they end up something like this. First, you stick the first triangle to the back of your bookmark where the flaps meet at the back. So for that, I'm going to use some double-sided tape and some, just so I can just seal that across there, and then I just use photo glue, because I like photo glue when I'm doing something quick like this. I prefer to use photo glue, and it's great, it sticks well. So you're covering that area there, leaving, I've deliberately given you all the right measurements right throughout here, so you're leaving a gap all the way around at all times, so it'll end up looking like this. You see that gap? So you've got a nice border all the way around all your cuts. So if I've cut them and given you, I'm going to give you all the measurements so that you've got everything spot on, so there's no working out for you, you've just got to measure it all. So I'm going to take it to the front side and do exactly the same with this side, with this triangle. So I'm going to do exactly the same again for this one. I'm just going to put that to one side for a second while I do the rest of it, or do the next step. Hang on a second, I just want to get that right in my eyesight, because I can tell that's off. That's it. Next, from the same base card, you need to cut 2 strips of card, and that will be for the base of that bookmark. You cut the 2 strips, and they are 4 7/8 by 1 3/8. Stick one of these to that back side. I have to work out which is the back now. That's it. To the back side of the bookmark. You don't have to do this step, but I prefer it because I think it looks nicer if it's all covered, especially with it being craft card at the bottom, you know, as the base. I think this just looks nicer. You've done that bit, put this other strip to the side for now. Next, you need to select some pattern paper of your choice. I've picked this pink with brown little polka dots, and it's a bit distressed. So you need to cut it to a square a size of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and we're going to cut this in half. It's the only one I'm actually cutting in half, diagonally. Alright, diagonally, I forgot to say that. I'm just cutting this in half diagonally. I did all the cutting beforehand, I just wanted to do a couple of bits with you. I've done that. And these now will go nicely and map nicely onto these triangles. So you can do exactly the same again. You can just use photo glue. And they leave a lovely border around the edge. So you've done that bit now. Now you need to cut 2 strips of pattern paper to match. The pattern paper strips are 4 3/4 along by 1 1/4. Oh no, these aren't, sorry. These are 4 7/8 by 1 3/8. Sorry about that. Oh no, I have made a mistake. It is, sorry, it is 4 3/4 by 1 1/4. I knew I'd make a mistake. And you need to leave that one at the side and just do this, the back side here. So you're actually leaving that front one right till the end. So this is the back side of your bookmark, and that would go over your page when it's done. I'm just leaving that for a minute to dry on that side and deal with the front side now. Now I'm just going to put that actually to one side and just deal with this front strip. You've got your base, you've got your pattern paper, which is 4 3/4 by 1 1/4. I had it right the first time and then I contradicted myself and then I put it right, so here we go. I knew I'd make a boo-boo somewhere. I wouldn't be Vicky if I didn't. So now we're just going to put that to that. And the next stage is, I've chosen to use some polka dot satin brown ribbon, and I was going to put some pink buttons on, and then I found these pink plastic sliders in my kit, so I thought they look even better, so I decided to go with that. So what I'm going to do is, while this lot's drying, is I'm just going to thread this last slider on. Sorry, I don't know whether I was in camera shot there. I'm going to thread the last slider on. Go in. Thank you. Decide where you want it to sit, and I think just about near the edge and up near the edge there with that side. Move that down a bit. Yeah, and I've decided that's where I'm having it. So next I'm just going to tie that to the back here. Just make sure that's where I want it, yeah. Hang on. That to the back. Bring this over so it's like a strap. Tie that round to there. Just hold that a second. Get some of my big double-sided sticky. Let's stick this down properly. And that to that side. And then I like to give it a bit extra welly. Make sure it stays on. Don't want that coming off, do we? Make sure it's all stuck down nicely. Right. I'm happy with that. That should be that's at that side. That's that. Next, bring back your bookmark, which is all lovely and dry. Yes, it's all dry now. Now I can decide to either stick that down with these. Actually, I will stick it. I was going to put it on some foam, but I won't bother. I'm actually going to stick it down with these if I can get this off. Yeah, I can. And also I'm going to actually add some glue gel. Make sure it stays there. That's not going nowhere, believe me. Map that down where I wanted it. Just push it in where I want it to go. That's why it's good to put some gel on or some photo glue. Gives you a bit of leeway and gives you a chance to put it where you want it. Make sure it's where you want it. And then press it down to make sure it's stuck. That's not going nowhere. Right, so that's that done. Next bit is the best bit. It's my lovely librarian from Fattery the Canary, of course, and the wonderful Krista, who is the artist. I've coloured her in already, and I've even added a bit of glistening, little shiny bits to her glasses. So she's got some nice golden chains there on her glasses. And I did that with a Sakura clear Stardust pen. That's all, just a little bit. And she's even got some on her eyelids. How about that? She's even got her makeup on. She's lovely. Anyway, so her, I was going to put some pads on her. In fact, I think I will put pads on her. She has been coloured in with pro markers, and I do have tutorials of pro markers of how to colour these in, and this hair colour, this blonde hair colour, on my own channel. So if you need to know how to colour, you can go to my channel, or there'll be other tutorials later on this channel on how to colour her in. I'm sure I'll be doing one or two. I'm just going to take this backy off. I've got gel on my hand, on my finger, so it's not coming off. So I'm going to. Oh, come on. There we go. Bit of gel just to make sure she stays. Where am I? Where was I? Yeah, that's it. There she goes. That's where I wanted her. I've got a bow here that I tied with the same ribbon. Let's go there, and just to finish it off, because I can't do anything by halves, I've got some Melissa Francis pearls. I was going to use some actually I was going to use some flat back. I've got some flat back pearls. I was going to use pink pearls, but I actually thought the ivory ones look better. I'm just going to put a bit of gel on there, because even though these are self-adhesive, they're not always that sticky, no matter where you get them from, so I like to make sure they're not going nowhere. So I'm just going to put one of them there where I want it. And one there. And there is your finished bookmark. I hope you like it. I hope you try it. Have fun, guys. Bye.